It's hard to get excited about compliance and all this paperwork. The top 10 is actually a little more easy to get excited about. It's right there in the mix of the fight. The first thing I would say is I if depending on what industry I'm in, I do want to be compliant. I want to do what's right for my customer, even if I'm not in a compliance-driven industry. So there are regulations around privacy. GDPR out of the Europe is a great example. So, you know, again, I'm a huge fan of plagiarism. Somebody smarter than me's done most of what I'll do in my career. So I can go leverage this. Um, Another thing is, the EU Act. As I'm trying to write my first AI policy, I can go use the EU AI Act, and it has, categories of unacceptable all the way down to negligible risk. And so I can use that as kind of a framework for my policy. I can also go somewhere. I live in Colorado. Colorado is one of the first states to come out with an AI law. And so I can go there and I can look and say, okay, they're mostly concerned about AI that can have an impact on the customer. So healthcare or finance, where it's making a decision on me being able to get a loan, are examples. And so I think these are great places to work with your legal team, or if you're in a smaller company, just to do a little light reading, and a place to move your strategy forward by standing on the shoulders of others. There are great industry standards, and here are some that actually you can get an attestation from. Have a third party come in and test you. If you are in the energy sector, it's NERC SIP. If you're doing credit cards, it's PCI DSS. If you have investors, it's probably something like a SOC 2. You can use ISO 2700 to get certified in. The Cloud Security Association has a controls matrix stars. FedRAMP again for cloud environment. Obviously for U.S. government systems. So there are a number of regulatory or semi-regulatory standards that you can go leverage. Here in the United States, probably the number one standard is NIST 800 series. By far, the NIST 800 security framework is a great place to go get stuff. Most of the federal regulations are derivatives of that standard. So if you're in banking or something else, it's probably coming out of those. If you use zero trust, it's NIST 800-207 is a specific document you would go use to build your zero trust framework. Some other industry best practices, I really like the MITRE ATT&CK framework. There are 14 tactics and over 200 techniques. It's spread across enterprise, industrial control systems, and mobile. And it's really something you can go apply. Another one is CSI, the Center for Internet Security. If you're a smaller company, it just gives you 20 controls to start with. And that's kind of your security portfolio in a bag. You're just set. And you've got something if an auditor or if you get in a class action lawsuit, you can point to the best practices you're using.